Assalamualaikum and hi class. In this lesson, I will talk about graft failure. Therefore, at the end of this lesson, I hope you should be able to describe factors that contribute to graft failure after grafting. Not all grafting process will end up with success. Sometimes the grafting that we made may face the failure. This failure is due to the poor formation of graft union that can be caused by several factors such as anatomical mismatching between rootstock and scion, poor craftsmanship of grafter, adverse environmental condition during grafting and after grafting process, disease that may have in scion or rootstock, and graft incompatibility that occur after grafting was successful. As you learned in previous topic, compatibility between rootstock and scion is one of the key factors that contribute to successful grafting, and the opposite of compatibility is incompatibility. So, what is incompatibility? Graft incompatibility refers to the inability of rootstock and scion to form a successful graft union and to develop into one composite plant. Why incompatibility occur in grafting? Graft incompatibility occur due to several reasons. The first one is made due to adverse physiological response between the grafting partners, either rootstock or scion. Next is it may due to the virus or phytoplasma transmission. And another reason is it may due to anatomical abnormalities of vascular tissue in callus bridge. Now, let's take a look at the graft incompatibility that due to adverse physiological response between the grafting partners. It is very interesting to talk about incompatibility of grafting. This is because it's just like to see the ability of plants to live together for a period of time like a marrying couple. Both of rootstock and scion can be found grow together along the time, but at the same time both try to get mutual understanding between parts. And if one of these parts could not reach a point of compatibility, this part will show distress symptom in growth. All the picture that I show you after this is among the incompatibility symptom of rootstock and scion due to the physiological effects. The abnormalities in growth due to the graft incompatibility can be seen through symptoms such as a failure to form successful graft union. This you can see in the picture on the right that have swollen graft union as compared to the picture on the left that form nice graft union. Yellowing foliage that appear in the later part of the growing season, followed by early defoliations and also decline in vegetative growth, appearance of shoot dieback. Also, the symptoms of graft incompatibility. However, this only can be seen a few years later in field. For a nursery plant, you can see that the grafting plant die after a year or two in the nursery. This symptom is called as premature death of plant. Marked difference in growth rate or vigor of scion and rootstock. These also among the symptoms of incompatibility. This picture shows a symptom of scion overgrowth caused by blockage of assimilation translocating from the scion to the rootstock, causing a weak root system. This scion will die later as a result of insufficient support from the rootstock. Another symptom is the appearance of outgrowth below the graft unions. Suckering of rootstock below the graft union is the early symptom that associated with graft incompatibility. And for your information, incompatibility can occur within a period of days or years, and some delay incompatibility can take as long as 20 years to occur. For a prolonged graft incompatibility, it will lead to a smooth break at the point of the graft union letter. There are two types of graft incompatibility. The first one is non-translocatable incompatibility, and the second one is translocatable incompatibility. A non-translocatable incompatibility reaction apparently depends upon the actual contact between the stock and scion localized in nature. These types of incompatibility can be overcome by insertion of mutual compatible interstock between stock and scion, which separates the incompatibility components of graft. A good example of non-translocatable incompatibility is the barlet pair grafted directly onto dwarfing queen's rootstock face incompatibility due to chemical that was transferred from queen's rootstock. However, when mutual compatible all home is used as an interstock, the three graft combination, which are barlet pair, all home, and queens, is completely compatible and satisfactory tree growth take place. Whereas for translocatable incompatibility includes certain graft or rootstock combination in which the insertion of mutual compatible interstock does not overcome incompatibility. Apparently, some biochemical influence move across the interstock and causes phloem degeneration. These types of incompatibility can be recognized by the development of a brown line, necrotic area in the bark at the rootstock interface. Consequently, carbohydrate movement from the scion to the rootstock is restricted at the graft union. If you still remember that I have mentioned symptoms of incompatibility that due to adverse physiological responses between the grafting partners. However, sometimes graft union fails resemble incompatibility symptom due to the pathogens like virus or phytoplasma. For example, tristeza is an important example of virus-induced incompatibility in citrus, and failure of sweet orange budded onto sour orange rootstock is due to the virus. This picture shows the latent virus in the scion portion of graft combination. This virus may cause symptoms to appear in a susceptible rootstock following grafting. Here you can see the stampeding virus symptom, which is the error, have developed in the sensitive Virginia crabapple rootstock, whereas the wood of the scion cultivar above the graft union is unaffected.